Anxiety is an increasing issue in higher education and affects a person in multiple ways. First, we need to understand what exactly it is. Anxiety is an emotion characterized by feelings of tension, worried thoughts, and physical changes like increased blood pressure. Hippocampus in the center part of your brain, as shown here, actively communicates with the amygdala and the hypothalamus, located in your brain, producing the physical and behavioral changes associated with anxiety. Symptoms of anxiety may include some or all of the following: recurring intrusive thoughts or concerns, avoidance of certain situations due to worry, physical symptoms such as sweating, trembling, dizziness, or rapid heartbeat. Many of these symptoms are similar to fear. So what is the difference? Anxiety is focused on the future and what might happen, and focuses on how to defuse the possible threat. Fear is focused on the present, is short-lived, and is focused on a clearly seen and specific threat. The key is to stop and determine if the thing you are worried about is actually happening right now, or is it something that might, maybe, possibly happen in the future? How do we rewire our brains to ease the anxiety and slow down the hippocampus that is triggering the other parts of our brain? Let's walk through a few possibilities. First, choose something that matters more. Why are you doing these things? Why is it important? Second, practice willingness. This means change your response to anxiety from stress to a willingness to be okay with being anxious. Try grounding activities such as closing your eyes and focusing on your breathing. Block out all the other thoughts and just focus on breathing. You can also try repeating a mantra or a positive phrase over and over in your head to interrupt the anxiety cycle in your brain. Another option is to build your emotional muscles. Stop and name what you are feeling. Try to determine what the emotions are and why you might be having those feelings. Then accept that your feelings are valid and it's okay. Try to calm the hippocampus by completing a short meditation or mindfulness exercise. There are a lot of free 5-minute meditation videos available on YouTube. When you begin to feel anxious, watch the video to calm your mind. Here is a chart from the Mayo Clinic with some suggestions for mindfulness exercises you can practice on your own. Sitting meditation is something you can do quickly in your car before you go to class or another stressful activity. This is a free 5-minute video on YouTube that will take you through some of the mindfulness activities listed on the previous slide. Let's take a few minutes to practice this mindful meditation together.
Hi, and thank you for joining me. My name is Avita Oshel, and it is my pleasure to guide you in the following 5-minute meditation that you can do anytime to cultivate a state of mindfulness and give yourself the gift of presence. Please sit upright in a comfortable position. Rest your hands on your thighs or in your lap with the palms facing up. Close the eyes and begin to observe the breath. Observe as it is moving in and out. Allow yourself to be fully present to your breath without trying to change or control it. The breath may be moving rapidly. It may be shallow or deep. Simply be present and notice how your breath is expressing itself right now. On your next inhale, begin to consciously trace the path of the breath as it moves in through the nostrils. Slowly pull it down the back of the throat, into the chest, and feel it expand right down into the belly. As you exhale, begin to consciously consciously trace the path of the breath back up into the chest as it leaves through the back of the throat and out through the nostrils. Feel your entire chest and belly area expanding, rising, and falling. Contract. Continue to breathe in this mindful manner, which allows the mind to be still and calm and allows your full focus and attention to be on the present moment and your body right now, just as it is, feeling the invigorating breath as it makes its journey into and out of your body. As you continue to breathe mindfully, allowing your entire being to be filled with the breath, bring your awareness to the palms of your hands. Begin to scan the area of the right palm, feeling any sensations that are present there right now. Bring your awareness to the left palm. Begin to scan, feeling, sensing, observing, being fully present to the light that is there right now. Bring the awareness back to both palms. As the breath continues to enter and exit your body, continue with your laser-sharp focus on the palms of the hands. There may be tingling, there may be coolness or warmth, or another sensation present. Observe it. Feel it. Allow yourself not to react to it, but simply allow it to be, as it chooses to express itself right now. Give yourself this moment exactly as it is, with your mind's eye, laser sharp focus. Begin to scan up both arms, pulling with conscious awareness up through the elbows, into the shoulders, up into the neck, and coming back to focus on the nostril area, where the breath is entering and exiting. When we give our body full presence, we begin to initiate a relaxation response for both our mind and body. When we slow our breath down and consciously interact with it, we also provide our body and mind with positive benefits that aid our well-being, allowing the mind to practice the art of simply being an observer. You can continue to sit with your breath and body in full presence for as long as you may like. When you are ready to exit, bring the awareness back into the hands and feet. Perhaps give them a little wiggle. Gently open the eyes, and I thank you for joining me for this segment.
Third, let go of perfectionism. This means let go of the idea that you have to be or are perfect. No one is perfect. Approach every activity with a growth mindset. You are here to learn. This means you will make mistakes, but that's okay as long as you are learning and growing. Fourth, let go of the negative phrases such as I can't. When you tell your brain that it can't do something, it will shut down and not do it. Your brain is going to do or not do whatever you tell it. Go back to your growth mindset and remember you are here to learn. It will be hard, but you can do it. Fifth, change how you perceive things. This means change the way you look at the situation. Look for what went right or what can go right instead of focusing on what went wrong or what might go wrong. Sixth, do one small step each day. Try setting a challenge for yourself each day to do something that scares you. For example, say hello to the person next to you before class starts. Then keep a journal of your successes. At the end of the day, write down what you did well. Seventh, stay with the fear until you calm down. Tell yourself you're going to stay with the activity until your anxiety reduces to half. If you tell your brain that you will leave if you feel anxious, your brain will go into overdrive and cause you to be anxious so you can leave. Eighth, get support. Someone who can hold you accountable but can also be a check-in. I have a friend group that we all struggle with different levels of anxiety. When one of us starts feeling a little out of control, we check in with the group with a simple, "Does this seem reasonable?" question. If it's anxiety, the group will tell each other it's a little out of control and to take a few calming breaths. If it is a problem, then we tell each other. Either way, it helps to have a friend, classmate, or family member that you can check in with. Ninth, be compassionate with yourself. You're going to have some wins and take steps forward. Reward yourself for those wins. You're also going to have some days when it doesn't work. That's okay. You are learning and growing. That's all we can do to improve. Keep in mind that there are two types of anxiety. Normal, clean anxiety is what keeps you from physical harm. Dirty anxiety keeps you from living your life. If it is dirty anxiety and there is not a real danger, then you need to interrupt the anxiety cycle with one of the techniques discussed earlier in the video and face the fear. Some additional tools you can use include phone apps like Calm and Abide. These are subscription services that offer mindfulness meditations and music to help interrupt the anxiety cycle. Netflix has a couple of series available to teach you more about the causes of anxiety, as well as meditations you can use on your TV, laptop, phone, or wherever you watch Netflix. Gratitude is another way to interrupt the anxiety cycle. Take some time to appreciate the good things in your life, no matter how big or small. It could be as small as waking up for the day or having a friend to greet you when you get to class. Practicing gratitude regularly has been shown to increase positive emotions as well as reduce anxiety and stress. Things you can do to practice daily gratitude are keeping a gratitude journal where you list things you are grateful for every day. Give thanks for what you have in your life. Take a mindfulness walk between activities. Write a letter of gratitude to someone who has or is helping you. Take a few minutes to contemplate the things you can be grateful for in your life. Have a gratitude conversation with the person who has or is helping you. You can also talk with a friend about the things you're grateful for in your life. Now that you have a basic understanding of anxiety, let's talk about test anxiety. Test anxiety is mostly caused by fear. The fear that you won't live up to expectations, the fear that you will lose the affection of people you care about if you don't succeed. Additionally, test anxiety is caused by a belief that your grades determine your personal self-worth. Other causes include placing too much emphasis on a single test, guilt from not preparing for the test, feeling helpless or believing that you have no control over your performance or grades. All of these are incorrect. In higher education, tests are used to determine your level of mastery of the material. An A means you mastered all or the majority of the learning objectives. A B means you mastered most of the learning objectives. A C means you mastered some of the learning objectives. A D means you mastered a little bit of the learning objectives. An F means you did not master any of the learning objectives. I can think you are the most wonderful person in the world. If you do not know the material, then I cannot move you forward. My job at the community college is to prepare you for a job. If you do not have the skills, then I am not helping you be successful in your career by passing you. What are some possible solutions for overcoming test anxiety? First, take time to properly study and truly learn the material by spreading out your study time over the course of the semester. Do not try to cram a week or more into one night. You won't truly learn the material and you will not do well. Second, do something relaxing the day before. This does not mean spend the whole day at the spa. Take an hour or so to do something that calms your mind. Third, get enough sleep. Your brain is a computer and it needs to shut down to process and upload the information you have input in your brain while studying. So go to bed a little early the night before a test to give your brain the rest it needs to input that information. If you are struggling with anxiety that cannot be controlled on your own, reach out to the SPC Counseling Services. It is a free service and they are experts in helping you find ways to manage your stress. For this week, I would like you to keep a gratitude journal. On the back of the time management worksheet, you will find a chart to rank your day. List one thing you learned and then list one thing you are grateful for. Submit this at the end of the week along with your time management worksheet. If you have any questions, please contact me by email, eramzinski@southplainscollege.edu. Be sure to include your name, student ID number, and the course you are enrolled with your question.